August 20th. Yeah. Hello, YouTube family and friends. It's Aaron Olinger. The day is August 22nd, Sunday evening. Out here in this hot sun, putting up some corn for winter. You know, one of the things that my parents taught me, and they grew up during the Great Depression, was you had to learn to repurpose a lot of things. You also had to learn to do a lot of things for yourself. And around this time of year, canning and putting up food for winter was the primary thing that they had to learn to do. I myself is making this video to give everyone a chance to see how to do this technique and be able to put some corn up. I want to share the knowledge that my parents shared with me. So what I will say is, with rising food prices right now, you need to do a workaround and get around the middleman. Go straight to the source, go straight to a farmer, make some friends with some farmers to be part of your community so that you can go to them for fresh food and fresh produce. I mean, this corn was picked this morning and it's going to be great to put in the freezer for winter time. And I'm also say that right now these rising food prices are getting off the chain, and they're going to go up again in September and October. So please, whatever you do, start growing your own food, at least as much of it you can. Learn some skills and start learning to put up corn and other food. Learn to do some canning. Now what you want to do is take an ear of corn, cut one end off, cut the other end off. And then you want to peel the shucks down to where it's a very light color, where you only got 1 to 2 layers left on here. The reason for it is, if you got a food saver with a food saver bags, that's the best thing to have. If you don't, and you've got what I have, which is freezer bags, Ziploc, then you're going to want to go with the method that I'm showing you. Leave you 2 layers of shucks on there, put 4 of them long ways in the bag, and then you should be able to put 1 across the top, and that's going to get you about 5 good ears of corn in a bag. Now, corn has a lot of moisture that it gives off, and over time that moisture is going to turn into ice crystals inside those bags, and that would be directly on your corn, which would give your corn frostbite. But by leaving a layer of shucks on here, what you're doing is you're making it possible for the corn itself to have a protective layer over top of it. So the ice is going to form on top of these shucks, and it will not be a part of being on the corn itself. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. That's a good technique to know. Otherwise, if you don't use the corn quickly, you're going to get a lot of frostbite corn and end up throwing away your product. But very simple technique. Again, we're living in a time where everything's going to be going up, and when things are going to go up, you have to learn how to do things, because you're going to be living with less than what you would normally live with. And that's the technique right now. You want to be able to live with less and make do, and not be trying to live with more and be so heavily in debt you can't eat, you can't breathe, you can't do anything. So again, take advantage of these time periods where nothing major is happening. Well, there's major things going on, but take advantage to go out and learn new techniques, learn new things to do to help you be self-reliant, because that's going to be the key in the future. If we get into an economic depression or an economic collapse or anything, your ability to be able to do a lot for yourself is going to carry you a long way, rather than having to pay someone else to do it for you. So I'm going to end at that today. Like I said, packaging up corn for winter, you can't beat it. And the price is going to be cheaper dealing with the farmer. You're going to get a fresh product that hasn't sat on the shelf or the loading docks for a period of time. And the flavor is always better when it's fresh. So I'm gonna let that go at that. I'm going to go ahead and end today's video. But again, all you're going to need is knife, Ziploc freezer bags, Ziploc freezer bags, and some fresh ears of corn, and you're going to be able to enjoy that food all winter long. So, as they say, tomorrow goes to those who prepare for it today. Bye bye.